Welcome to another edition of the Sit-Down Red Light Comic. The problem is I'm not driving because my car died along with my hopes and dreams and my marriage. Okay, we're at a red light now. So, 50 Shades of Grey is really popular here in Chicago. It's called Winter. It's a good excuse because if you're clinically depressed, you fit right in. I hate when you're watching TV and those horrifying green light. Don't you hate when you're watching TV and those like terrifying, sad commercials come on? This one was a PSA for birth control. 1-800-CARS for kids. They look like children's place of the corn. Do you green light? Happen to you like your silverware routinely disappears and you end up trying to eat yogurt with a knife? Happens to us with spoons, and lately it's bowls. I can't ever find a bowl, but then I remembered I gave all the kids haircuts. I'm not driving, so I don't really have to wait till the red lights, but I decided for safety I should, because otherwise the driver will just die laughing and get distracted and crash. You know that feeling, that amazing feeling when you find your tribe, like your people, and you finally find people that like get you, but then you're kind of like depressed because you're in a mental hospital? Me neither. My husband did leave, and but I really respect it because he went to Washington State to become a entrepreneur and a pharmacist. He deals meth. He tests it on himself to make sure it's safe. I think he's trying to pretend he's Walter White from Breaking Bad, but all he's doing is breaking the law. So I've always been really into Egyptian history, time of, the pharaohs and all that. And I like King Tut. My husband was kind of like King Tut, only he was wingnut. I actually did meet a woman that was actually Cleopatra in a Ross store. She said that she had gone to Egypt and all the Egyptians were saying, "Oh, my queen," and they thought she was Cleopatra, and she believed it. I don't know why she wouldn't. And then they told her they had some landmine for sale. Really? So I went to my therapist and I said, everything that's wrong in my life is my parents' fault. And so she told me to shoot them, and so I did. And then I went back the next week and she said I meant to shoot them a letter. The thing I love most about my husband is that he is such a free spirit, and he said he had traveled all over. I said, "What airline did you take?" He said, "Thumb." So we hitchhiked to this really fancy restaurant. It was the Red Lobster, but I couldn't believe it because when I got there, it was all locked up. It was completely closed. Because you know how they do that with dumpsters now. So I was really impressed too because he said he spent a lot of time on the beach and he was really into surfing. And I said, "Well, where do you live?" He said he does couch surfing. He said he wasn't homeless, he was just a low-income tourist. So it really drives me crazy when people say that they have good self-esteem in themselves. Like, how do you have good self-esteem in someone else? It just drives me crazy because I have good self-confidence in myself. I'm kind of ashamed to admit this, but I am definitely very racist. I hate the human race. I have 2 baby daddies, and when my kids say, "Was my dad smart?" I say, well, the only one dumber than your dad is your dad. So this has been another edition of the Sit-Down Red Light Comic, and the light's about to turn green. So life is a gift, enjoy it, and laugh even if it's through tears.